Hi, and welcome to Three Questions with. Come everybody. Paul Cronin with us from True North Advisors. Good morning, Paul, and welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
So why don't we start at the beginning? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I've been a mergers and acquisition advisor for a while now. I've also owned 3 businesses, so I know the process of buying a business, growing a business, and selling business. I spent a lot of time coaching, consulting business owners over the years as well. And today, what I really do primarily is focus on selling smaller companies to larger companies.
So that's a challenge, Paul, because I laugh. We all think that goodwill, Paul, that our company is worth $1 million, and revenue is considerably less than $1 million. How do you get small business owners to accept what the true value of a company is?
Yeah, it's a great question. It bedevils all of us in this world. Fundamentally, that you have to go back and show to people what do other companies like yours sell for. And we have access to all sorts of databases. And then, and not always say, well, you think your business is worth X, let's say $1 million. Great. Would you pay $1 million for your business today? Most owners said, well, yeah. So you go into the conversation. Ideally, you're trying to help them understand what is it about the price that they expect that is important to them.
Yep.
And when you can get it to the underlying piece, then you can get a little dose of reality.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's just like, that's the number I think I need to retire, Paul. So that's why I pulled that number out. I looked at what I'm spending every year, plus, maybe a vacation home or something in that, and we kind of backed into it. You must see that a lot.
Yeah, it's, for a quick story, a gentleman, he had, 2 homes when I first met him. We met a couple of times over the years. And the last time we met, he said, oh yeah, I just bought a 3rd home. I'm like, great, you just keep growing your expenses, right?
Yeah.
How does this end? And the dilemma that I really share with people is everyone leaves their business someday. And you really only have 2 options. You can plan for it on your terms or let others plan it for you.
Yeah.
And so if in fact you want your business to be worth $1 million someday, you have to do the hard work of making sure it's worthy of being purchased and all the elements therein, and understand, what your buddy says he sold his business for, 50% of the time is nonsense.
Yeah.
And the other 50% of the time is marginally true. So it's irrelevant to you because every business is unique.
So, Paul, one more question. If I'm thinking of selling my business in 3 years, just for conversation, shouldn't I start talking to you a lot sooner than that? To look, hey, what is the business worth? How can we improve it in the next couple of years to make it more saleable?
Yeah, I say this, and to anybody who's watching is, if you've got 20 minutes about questions rather about M&A, I'm happy to have a conversation with you. Usually just do it by phone, although now more people like to do. And it's just, let's go through the process, and whether you're 3 years, 3 months, or 10 years, happy to have a conversation, high level. I used to do a lot of coaching and consulting. I don't do as much of that anymore. So primarily I'm focused on businesses that want to sell their company and realize that they're a year to 18 months out from executing that. That's sort of the time frame for True North Advisors. But it makes a lot of sense to just do the research ahead of time, understanding what it's like, and learn about, follow terms like exit planning and M&A and investment banking on LinkedIn and others, and just do the research and understand and learn as much as you can about it. If you really need somebody to help you grow your business, there's some excellent growth coaches, consultants out there, and they'll help you figure out and get alignment with what future value do I need to build my company to in order to, whatever that is, exit, retire, etc.
So, Paul, what's the best way for people to reach out to you? How can they learn more?
Sure, just reach me at pcronin@tnag.org, which is True North Advisors Group. They can call me on my cell phone as well, 978-697-4380.
Well, I appreciate you taking a couple minutes to come on the show. And as always, thanks for being my friend.
Thank you. Have a great day now.
You too.